Hi and hello, and thank you so much for tuning in. And if you are new, welcome to my channel. My name is Preeti Rao and I am both a real estate and mortgage broker for over 20 years. Now, it was at the beginning of the last quarter of 2024, that TD Bank came out with an article saying that the Canadian real estate market is set to explode in Q4 of 2024. Meanwhile, CREA said they are lowering their expectation when it comes to the real estate sales. Now, I remember reading that and I thought, let's wait and see who is really right. Well, we are almost at the end of Q4 and let's see who is actually right. But first, please hit that like, share and subscribe button and not to forget the bell icon. It gets me motivated to keep you up to date with everything real estate. Now, in that article, both parties actually suggested that buyers are waiting for the interest rates to come down and at the same time still being able to get a really good deal in houses. But the reality is both of these different economists that are releasing these reports, whether it be TD Bank or it is from CREA, are really suggesting that it's possible to time the market, and the reality is it just isn't. One news article said that TD predicted that the housing prices are going to explode, and I saw the other article that said no, it's not. That's not going to happen. So who is really right? See, CREA is adjusting their expectations, which, by the way, when the Real Estate Association adjusts their expectation down, that really means that everybody should be adjusting their expectations down. Because you have to remember where you get the information from will largely dictate the spin that's going to be put on it. And when realtors are predicting real estate, of course, they're always going to have more of a positive spin to it. But I honestly do not know why TD was suggesting that there's going to be a sizable bump in the housing market. In that article, the TD economist said he expects to see a significant increase in the housing market activity in Q4 of 2024 as more buyers come off the sidelines in the wake of interest rate cuts by the Bank of Canada. Now, this is where it gets interesting because obviously the lower interest rates haven't spurred on buyers the way everyone else thought it would. As a matter of fact, there was actually an influx of listings as sellers were waiting for that rate cut because that's when all the buyers were supposed to come back. And lo and behold, the buyers never actually came back. And the reason for that has to do with something called elasticity. So when interest rates go up, that tends to be a very elastic sort of a situation. In other words, a buyer is thinking, oh shoot, interest rates are going to go up, I'd better think twice before buying another home. But now when the interest rates are coming down, it actually takes a little bit longer for people to feel confident to get back into the market. And that's exactly what we're seeing right now. There's some movement happening as a result of the lower interest rates, but probably less, actually way less than one would typically expect. On the other hand, CREA, the Canadian Real Estate Association, is downgrading its housing market forecast and now thinks that the national housing market will remain in more of a holding pattern until spring of 2025. See, the problem is buyers are more cautious today than they were in the past, like how they were back in 2022. Many people are finding themselves right now between a rock and a hard place of trying to determine where they should buy now at the lower prices or wait for the interest rates to come down, and hopefully those people are going to be able to successfully time the market perfectly and buy right at the very bottom. So where it stands today, and going back to the original first question I asked at the beginning of the video, guess who was right? CREA was right in prediction of the real estate market for Q4 of 2024. Will that really change by spring of 2025? We'll all have to wait and see. Now, we all know that the two recent announcement changes to the mortgage regulations by the federal government is also expected to help increase sales activity in the near future. But the question is, are Canadians just sick of the Canadian real estate market? Are they really going to be more active because rates are coming down? And don't forget the most crucial thing, that immigration is also slowing down, or it's going to be slowing down drastically. For the economy to work, for the real estate market to keep its constant flow, immigration is a huge part of that. And that's also going to slow down. So will the first quarter of 2025 really be a good one? We'll just have to wait and see. In the meantime, you tell me what you think in the comment section below. And if you find this information useful, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. If you still don't know who I am, go check my rating on Google and read my client reviews. Join me next week for more information. Until then, you all stay safe. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to call me because I hold the key that opens the door to your dream home.